Hello and welcome. Hopefully, we are back live, and this is the point standings coming into tonight's season finale here from Navarra. Green flag is just coming out. We're going to go trackside as things are about to get started. Logan Threlkeld making his first start here this season. Going to lead us off at the start of this race. Let's take a look at the drivers as they make their way around here on green flag lap number one. Hopefully, things stay stable for us. As we get going here, it's Logan Threlkeld out in front. So your top 10 drivers here from Navarra. This is the season finale. Hoping that we can keep the action on screen. Threlkeld goes wide. Scott Kim going to take over the top spot in his Ferrari. Things shaking up here as Threlkeld off the racetrack. Here comes everyone moving on by. As he tries to get out of the way. Three wide for a moment, the 70 of Darren Treacle trying to find his way through in the Acura. Not a car we're used to seeing very much of, but good battling so far in this. Let's take a look at the race analysis. Navarra, Spain, 0.44 miles in length, 15 turns. The distance of this track. This is the dual race format, and I've already seen that come into effect as around goes Rex Jarawala, driver in the Mercedes. Fortunate there, just goes around, able to get it back on the racetrack. Back rolling once again, it goes to the tail of the field. Logan Threlkeld, who was slowest in the practice qualifying, back here in ninth. He is one of VSPEED's very own commentator and making his first start here in the season finale of the fall season of BMW Park of America National Capital Chapter Sim Racing League, presented by Gunfire Games and Duncan Racing Designs. How about Scott Kim out in front trying to get a victory this season? That would be pretty cool. Dean Tulane runs in second place. These are 20-minute races, so already a couple of minutes in. Lap times high 140s. Scott Kim with a 146.9, the fastest on lap one. Closest would be Dean Tulane, and then it goes from there. Everybody pretty much in order in terms of lap time. Michael Pavolano, who has won 3 races this season, his Ferrari GT3 machine. It's like he's trying to get up here and challenge for a podium spot. He's had a really good run this season. Clint Fletcher, your points leader coming into the night, not showing up, but I think the gap still maybe a little bit too large for Michael Pavolano to get up there. You have to try and dominate the evening, and that'll get him as close as possible. Right now, already tracking down the top 3. Harry Duncan behind him, the gold and black machine. Namesake of Duncan Racing Designs. There's a lot of the paintwork on these GT3 cars. You'll see all around the racetrack. Pretty much the top 8, all nose to tail. Darren Treacle back here, like I said, in the Acura, not something we're used to seeing very much of. And we'll just have to see how that car performs. We're used to seeing him in the Mercedes. I'm not too sure how he's going to be able to compete in this one. Not looking super competitive, at least as of yet. Bruce Wiley, good to see him out here tonight. 6th spot. This is one of the biggest fields we've seen this season. 10 cars. Doesn't sound like a lot, but we have good action with even 6 cars on track. So I would expect things to be pretty tight up through the mid-pack, as they often are. And Pavolano starting to track down the top 3. Scott Kim still holding on to the race lead, but is a little bit slower than the few cars behind him. He has the clean air, and he's got the ability to kind of manage this race. At Navarra here, this is a difficult track, a lot of different types of corners. You can see not too much banking, but there is some elevation change around this circuit. their way towards the pit entry. Almost fakes that he's going to go bring it in there, and then back to the right-hand hairpin onto the start-finish line. His bright green Ferrari. A nice solid job actually extending the lead there out of the final corner. Catches a little bit of grass on the front stretch, weaving, trying to break the draft. Adam Cole putting the pressure on, almost took a peek to the right side of the 84 machine of Dean Tooley, not going to make it happen just yet. Michael Pavolano in tow. Your points, second in points. Again, we do apologize for the issues at the very start of the broadcast. Not too sure what happened. It looked like the internet may have dropped out for a moment, but luckily it came right back. And hopefully be able to catch a little bit more about our sponsors, get into the halfway point of this evening. 2 20-minute races. The field will invert after the finish of this one. So drivers like Logan Drelkeld, Rex Jarwala going to start up towards the front. As look at this, Adam Cole now makes the move. He'll go on through to second. He worked over Dean Tooley, and here comes Pavolano going to try and carry on through as they're going to make a little bit of door contact. That opens the door. Then 4 drivers behind. That was Perry Duncan, and then Bruce Wiley got tagged by Brian Kennedy. As we've got cars spinning. That's the 84 of Tulane. He has spun it out here. See if we can take a look at what happened to him. And he's going to get tagged. Goes from, was running in second in this race. And now fall back to the 8th position. Gets that car turned back around. Yeah, got a little bit of help there. We go back live. You can see Logan Drelkeld starting to pick up the pace. He's actually now into the 143s, comparable to a lot of drivers out here now in the 144. So quick learner there in the number 1 machine. Look at Drelkeld. Scott Kim doing what he needs to do to try and hang on to the top spot. A big gap and big slide further back. Perry Duncan nearly lost the handle on his Ferrari. He's going to get passed by Brian Kennedy, who's got a race win all the way back to week 1. He's done 14 races this season. And almost every single one has been very, very exciting. I know we've had some smaller fields. Never short on action. Here we go, battling for the lead, though. It's Scott Kim, driver's right. Here comes Cole trying to pull the crossover. Gets the foot down. He'll have the advantage. Now going to be able to clear the 7-Eleven, but what does Scott Kim do? Does he charge back to the inside? Can't quite get back to the quarter panel. Adam Cole, his Porsche set up to set sail. He'll have to try and run and hide. Michael Pavolano starting to close up the gap to these top 2. Brian Kennedy also picking up the pace. Expect both of those drivers to be up there battling for a race win. We'll work back onto the front straightaway towards that start finish line. Beautiful scenery here in Navarra, Spain. These GT3 cars race on by. This hard kind of a kink turn number 1. And they turn even tighter and even tighter. Very interesting kind of segment of the track. Look at this, still so many cars all the way back to Bruce Wiley in 7. Within 5 seconds of each other. Battle still on for the race lead. Scott Kim not letting the number 9 of Adam Cole get away. Right on board with him right here. Led the first 4 laps of this race. Up in that second spot. Scott had a great performance last week, and I know that they're looking for some opportunities for next season to figure out how to support these guys moving forward. had a great partnership here on VSPEED over the past many seasons. This one, no different. A lot of fun to bring you these races. Good quality entertainment on a Thursday night. Good competitive base of drivers here. Keep getting better and better as Scott and Kim under that pressure now. Michael Pavolano's closed it up back towards the start-finish line. Top four have broken away by a little bit, and then it's Perry Duncan leading Aaron Treacle and Bruce Wiley. Still the top 7, 4.5 seconds separated. Long straightaway on the front stretch here. Gives plenty of drafting help to keep things close. Just over 9 minutes left in this one. Should be about 6 laps to go. Based on the lap times. Scott Kim feeling that pressure, goes a little off the mark. Here comes Pavolano trying to cross him over. 7-Eleven shuts the door. Battling here up on the podium, and Brian Kennedy looking to try and close out his season on a high note. Hasn't gone to victory lane since week 1, but always a competitor in this league, and many time winner and champion. Interested to see what he's able to do as he almost gets into the back of Michael Pavolano. They're going to go side by side, the two Ferraris. And where's Brian Kennedy going to go? He tries to cut it short, but it looked like Pavolano maybe going to try and do a switchback. None of these guys making moves work at the moment. Tough to make a move here at Navarra. And again, we do want to thank you for joining us here this evening. Hope you do enjoy the race. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and let us know you're out there, who you're rooting for, and who do you think is going to win tonight's race. Battle still going on here amongst the top 4, but it looks like Adam Cole starting to drive away. The Porsches have been pretty great this season. A lot of wins. Porsche drivers, we've seen Fletcher, of course, get a few wins in that. We saw Andy Shield. And Porsche, here comes Michael Pavolano. He's got a good opportunity this time, nearly 3 wide. Pavolano has the nose in there. Can't complete the pass. Scott Kim just giving him enough space. And here comes Darren Treacle. This is the classic cast of characters that we're used to seeing. And how about Brian Kennedy trying to get something done here? Around the outside of Pavolano, not going to be able to make it stick. Great battles inside the top 5, and big send right there from the 111. Flashing the headlights, maybe not too happy with how Scott is driving him, but I don't know that I'm seeing anything being done wrong. He's just got to find a place to pass, and that is not easy here. We'll work back onto that front straightaway. All of these cars pretty much nose to tail, and then it's Adam Cole out front. Extended that lead now, 2.6 seconds. Look like he is about to run away with this one. It's tough to catch him barring any major mistakes, but he's looking pretty much flawless, and he's the fastest cars on track. A little bit of contact back here. Perry Duncan, Bruce Wiley. We're seeing kind of a Ferrari takeover tonight. Out of the 10 cars here, we've got 5 Ferraris. One Corvette being Logan Threlkeld. Not used to seeing Corvettes out here, actually. He's just trying to find consistency. He's had some good fast laps, but trying to find a little bit more rhythm. His first race here, Rex Jarwal has gone a lap down. sure. He's sitting on pit lane right now, so I'm not sure what happened right there. But we've got some contact up in the top 3. Michael Pavolano goes around. We're going to see what happens as he was battling with Scott Kim. We're going to go to the overhead and just get a good glimpse of this one. Makes it look down to driver's left. Cuts it a little bit too much over the curb and actually just lost the handle. Maybe coming back onto the racetrack. Had a hard time getting the grip. And that's going to cost him here. He falls all the way back to 8th. Passed up by Dean Tulane, and he's not really within shouting distance of anyone. Goes Tulane and then Pavolano. As Scott Kim goes for a big slide. What happened there? A little bit of contact. Now he's going to loop it right in front of Bruce Wiley and Perry Duncan. What just happened there going down into turn 1? Oh, Brian Kennedy sent it in there and then really just punted Scott out of the way. Never quite got the car underneath him. Those rear tires unhappy. Bruce Wiley, good job avoiding that wreck. We get one more look at this. It's a huge difference on entrance speed right there. And Scott almost did an incredible job hanging on to it. Ultimately, doesn't hit anything and doesn't hit anyone. But, not how he would have liked this race to go. Could give him a shot at finishing well in the feature event tonight, though. Back to 7th after leading the first 4 laps. We're back here with Michael Pavolano, who just about got into him a few moments ago. So that has shaken up the running order. Adam Cole leads the way. It's Brian Kennedy, Derek Treacle with just 3 minutes left in this one. Adam Cole has it all but sealed up. The question is, who's going to complete the podium? Bruce Wiley's right here as well. Even Perry Duncan's not out of reach if any of these guys start to make a mistake. Right on board here a little bit with Bruce Wiley as they go through the first few corners. That kind of right-hand complex where you turn a little bit more each time. The first 3 corners, and look at all the debris on the racetrack. And start slipping and sliding over that. Racing has just recently updated the debris. It is all over the racetrack. You can see anywhere a car has gone off or dragged debris onto the track, it just gets spread all around. No time to come and clean it up here. No cautions. Safety cars or anything like that. 20 minutes straight, can't make mistakes. And we've seen a few drivers do that. Even Brian Kennedy gets a little wide through that corner. Darren Treacle starting to close the gap a little more. Started all the way in 7th. Brian Kennedy, your biggest mover, up 8th position. Great action here from Navarra. Very, very exciting as always here in this BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Sim Racing League. Should be the white flag this time, and it is going to be the white flag. Final lap for Adam Cole, who been out front now 7 times around to try and get his 8th lap led. Further back, very tight racing. Bruce Wiley's had a problem. Here comes Perry Duncan. What just happened to Bruce on turn 1? Catch a little bit of debris. Really sent it down in the corner, back end. And just kind of comes around, nearly drifted all the way around and actually slammed it off the side of Darren Treacle. That was crazy. There's the contact right there. You can see the left front wheel a bit ajar in that Ferrari. go back alive. He is going to try and limp it around for the final circuit. Puts him all the way back to 5th, though. Just one position loss, so ultimately not too much. Scott Kim has parked it here. Not sure what happened to him. He's going to... It's like he may be done for the evening. Maybe had a technical problem. Or what was a great start to this one. Might be coming home in the 9th spot. Rex Jarwala also has called it a race. He's going to finish 10th in this one, 4 laps down. Ryan Kennedy made up a lot of ground. There's Scott Kim. That's actually off the final corner is where he was parked. And it's going to be Adam Pohl taking the checkered flag. Great drive by him. Ryan Kennedy, biggest mover, up 8 positions, started shotgun on the field, so he's going to be quickest there in qualifying and have a shot maybe as we get into the feature race. And here's the tradition, Adam Pohl going for a big tumble through turn 1. And wow, how about Perry Duncan just getting launched right there? Let's take a look at the results in this one. Things not quite final for Logan Threlkeld. He should be across the line here momentarily. But that is how they're going to wrap it up. Adam Pohl, Brian Kennedy, and Darren Treacle, your top 3 finishers. And throughout the rest there, Perry Duncan, Bruce Wiley, Dean Tooling, Michael Papalano, Logan Threlkeld, Scott Kim, Rex Jarwala completing the field. We'll go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here at Navarra.
From the starting line to the finish line, and everything in between, Duncan Racing Designs is here to supply you with the livery you didn't know you needed. Let DRD help you look good so you can drive fast. Contact Duncan Racing Designs on Instagram, trading paints, or via email. This season of the BMW Car Club of America National Capital Chapter Sim Racing League is brought to you by Gunfire Games, developers of the hit game Remnant 2, now available for PC, PS5, and Xbox. For more information on Remnant 2, visit www.remnantgame.com.